Aloha. My name is Robbie Oyler, and this is my introduction for my leadership and communications class with the Citadel. Today, I will be going through a introduction of who I am, where I'm from, my schools and career in the Navy so far, and how I ended up finding about the Citadel and where I see myself going afterwards. So, to begin, I was born in a small town called Morgantown, West Virginia. It's not really the big coal mining town that people would think of if you think of West Virginia. It's more of a college town more than anything. The population will double once the college students are in town, and then it just goes away during the summer. And after everybody has left, it's not very crowded at all. The traffic's quite nice then. But now it has just grown tremendously. The population has just skyrocketed, and it looks nothing like it did back when I was born and lived there till I was 10 years old. So after I got done with Morgantown, we moved up to Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, where I ended up going to middle school and high school. I started music actually when I was in my junior year. I just started reading music and playing all different types of percussion instruments, which I really fell in love with. And after 2 years of practicing and reading music, I attempted to go to college for it, which I got accepted to West Virginia University back in Morgantown. And after about a semester, I decided that that wasn't right for me because I just was not picking up on the musical theory, and therefore there was no way I could really be fluent with my music, and it wasn't going to be able to come around in time. So I had to find something that I could actually move along with and graduate with. So I moved to business. This was actually a pretty good choice for me because when I finally saw economics and an instructor that I really enjoyed with, I did very well. So well that they suggested I should get my degree in economics, and I did. Right after the big crash of 2008. I watched that whole thing going on just before I graduated. So after that, I decided maybe to move back in with my mother, but this time she's no longer in Pittsburgh. She moved over to California. I moved to California. She kind of put me up one of her condos, which I helped her renovate. And then about 9 months later, my new stepfather from California, but now he wasn't at the time, but he took me to the Navy recruiter. They recommended that I go enlisted because my 2.93 GPA was not very competitive to become an officer, and also that I could actually get paid to go to school and learn nuclear power. So the physics idea and actually being an engineer had been on my mind since a very young age, and I took the stab at it, and I did well. I ended up doing 2 years of training, very rigorous training, probably one of the best engineering schools in the United States, and I ended up getting a submarine that was based out in Hawaii, in Pearl Harbor. So I took that, flew out here, they paid for everything, and now I just got done with a 4.5 year tour on my submarine, the USS Charlotte. Now that all that's done with, it was very rigorous, very long hours, but also a lot of sea time where I got to go see Japan, the Philippines, and also places like Alaska, which is the biggest bucket list I had, and I was very lucky. That was actually my very first port. We got to stay there for like 2 days. It was amazing, absolutely gorgeous. But so I got done with my tour, and then took a personal vacation to like New Zealand and Australia, very close to here, and never gonna get that kind of chance again after I leave here. So then I started to look into colleges for my MBA because I knew that I wanted to try to get back into music, and the best way to get back into music would be probably business. So I talked to Professor Trumbull, Colonel Trumbull. He told me that he would give me a letter of recommendation. I put in for Penn State and the Citadel, and I got into the Citadel, and I couldn't be happier. This is a great challenge. I'm really enjoying the material and the instructors, and I've gotten 3 classes under my belt right now. I'm working on 3 more right now, and it is definitely a new challenge this time with quantum methods and accounting for executives are really challenging me. So that pretty much wraps things up. If you guys want to know about my hobbies other than music, I do a bunch of running. It's not the most exciting hobby in the world, but I can't get enough of it. And being out in Hawaii, you can't beat it. So with this, I look forward to applying the lessons that I get from this class to the first class petty officers in the Navy and also all the men that I work with at my shop in Pearl Harbor. And I want to thank you all for your help, and I look forward to working with all of you.